There is a shift that occurs in every battle involving Z Fighter. It does not happen immediately, nor is it something that can be predicted. It is gradual, subtle, and almost impossible to detect until it has already taken hold. But once it does, the fight is no longer equal. At the beginning, his movements are measured. There is no wasted energy, no unnecessary aggression. He watches, studies, and responds with just enough force to win no matter the cost, even if it may kill him. To his enemies, Z Fighter is nothing more than a weakling, a so-called fraud dismissed before the battle even begins. But judgment made without understanding is the greatest mistake one can make, because within Z lies untapped potential, power that has already begun to awaken. He has felt it, the sparks of black flash, a phenomenon that demands precision beyond human limits, requiring timing within 0.00001 seconds. He has reached it before, but not consistently, not yet, and that is what separates him from the rest. Z Fighter does not rely on what he already knows. He grows, he learns, he adapts. Every exchange, every strike, every second in battle pushes him closer to mastery. All he needs is that moment, that perfect alignment where instinct and execution become one. The moment where adaptation takes over completely. And once that happens, Z Fighter will no longer be seen as a fraud. He will understand his opponent entirely, and by then it will already be too late. Because this is not his first battle, and it will not be his last. Z Fighter has faced defeat, and he has claimed victory. Each loss carving experience into him, each win sharpening what he has become. He does not fear either outcome. He uses both. Along the way, he has gained allies and made enemies. Bonds forged in conflict, rivalries built through struggle. But to Z Fighter, that is all part of the journey. But there is something else about him. Something his enemies fail to understand until they are already broken. Z Fighter does not fight only to win. He fights to expose, to tear down the illusion of strength built on arrogance, fame, and empty pride. Those who believe power alone defines greatness, those who think reputation makes them untouchable, are often the first to fall. And in their defeat, Z does not simply end the fight quietly. He humbles them, not out of cruelty, but to prove a point. That strength is not something you are given, it is something you become. To Z Fighter, the journey is everything. Every loss, every victory, every scar, every rival shapes who he is becoming. He understands that power is temporary, but growth is permanent. He has friends who walk beside him. He has enemies who push him forward. And he values both, because both are necessary. Because in the end, you are not defined by what power you hold. You are defined by the path you choose to walk. And Z Fighter has already chosen his. At first, Z Fighter was unknown. A name spoken only in small circles, in matches that meant nothing to the outside world. Just another fighter grinding through battles, improving in silence, unseen by the masses. But that time has passed. Because now, people are starting to notice. Figures once thought unreachable, names carried by reputation, talent, and legacy, are beginning to acknowledge him. OSA, among those who once stood far above the noise, has begun to speak of him. People who once would never have looked his way are now watching closely. Some with admiration, some with doubt, and others with concern, because they cannot understand how someone once overlooked is now beginning to stand on the same conversations as those who were considered untouchable. But Z Fighter is not surprised. He never sought fame. He never chased recognition. It came to him the same way his strength did, through persistence, through battle, through adaptation. At first, it was disbelief, a shrug, a dismissal. But then came the matches. Then came the moments where expectations broke, where supposed stronger opponents lost control of fights they thought they had already won. And with each of those moments, his name traveled further. Z Fighter is no longer just a player in the shadows. He is becoming a presence in the spotlight. And with that recognition comes something even more dangerous than strength alone: attention. And as more eyes turn toward him, one truth becomes unavoidable. He is no longer rising. He is already being recognized.